now it's out the... See, hopefully everything's going... So we get 1 ammo, which, I mean, we're just coming through here. So we don't need it. The other side, to get the pantry ouching. Finally he turns around.
King break. Oh, fuck.
No, I mean, that.
Our last save was like 2 minutes ago. Not a big deal. We can go back, try to get him again. It happens, don't worry. I promise you that most of the time, I would say probably 80-90% of the time, he will have his back towards you. I wouldn't waste time crouching, because if you waste too much time, he does turn around and look at you, and you definitely don't want that to happen. Just try to make sure you definitely take him down, and we also get the pantry key from taking him down. And also works because the way we're routing, we can also come through here, pick up another pouch so you can even carry more space. Like, as you can see, like, we have 2 knives. If you have the infinite knife, you can have that and pretend on the other side you can have a charm, whichever one you like the best. You probably have 2 charms at this point. Gonna run past this guy. Again, don't pick up the other pistol, we don't need it. Gonna run through this door. Gonna stun buddy here. Oh, fuck. And yeah, you can also save if you'd like. We're just coming through here to get the pantry item, which is normally an amazing loot room because we get ammo for the bazooka Reqium. I'm really bad at this. I'm sure you guys understand that this point. We get one ammo, which I mean, we'll take it. Pick that up. Super, sir. And yeah. See, another thing, see right here, there's no enemies around you to take down all the time for that. This was a bug that kept affecting me. So I ended up saving, and once the game was starting to back up, ended up fixing it. So if that happens to you, don't worry, just restart the game and it should fix it. But with that, got another save down. You can head into the east wing, you can implant the heart and the lung. One thing, be careful with this doctor. Once you take him down, he can lunge back up at you. He doesn't do it immediately, but just good to know. So here we're going to take him down. We're going to immediately implant the lungs and then the heart. And I also like to run behind them. So like as you can see, I don't want the doctor to lunge back at me. So if you shoot him like 4 times, it normally takes him down. We're going to also take down these enemies right here. One of them for sure is going to come back as a blisterhead, but don't worry, we can run past them later. This is also why whenever we save, we restart. So whenever they do come back up, they go back in their original positions. You'll see what I mean when we do it. So after we pick that up, we're going to stun this guy, give him a push. Same thing with her, going to stun her. Give her the bonk again.
Catch you later.
He gets up.
Wall. Gonna come in here, gonna pick up the ammo, the scrap, and then the magnum ammo. Big boy's gonna be here, but you're following along. He should be like this right now. As you can see when you walk behind him, he just completely ignores you. Wow, he's making his weird sound. Gonna come over here. As you can see, we have 3 magnum ammo right now, which is good. Gonna break this, pick up more ammo. Again, don't worry if you're getting a bunch of herbs. It should even out in the end. Gonna fix that up. Do this. You can also pick up the end. Gonna break this, pick up more ammo. Again, don't worry if you're getting a bunch of herbs. It should even out in the end. Gonna fix that up.
This must be
Do
it.
this. You can also pick up the pistol ammo that's right behind me by the whiteboard.
I can't tell which button's which.
I do end up getting it. I just don't
Really?
think I saw it originally when I was walking through there. Pick up that scrap. These enemies right here, as you can see, we're not going to waste the Reqium ammo on them because if we do, they're going to come back as blister. These enemies right, the whiteboard, I do end up getting it. I just don't think I saw it originally when I was walking through there. Pick up that scrap. These enemies right here, as you can see, we're not going to waste the Reqium ammo on them because if we do, they're going to come back as blister heads. And we want to avoid, going against the Crimson Heads as much as we can because they're just a waste of ammo. They have their, triple swipe thing that they be doing. Blister heads, and we want to avoid, going against the Crimson Heads as much as we can because they're just a waste of ammo. They have their blister heads, and we want to, these enemies right here, as you can see, we're not going to waste the Reqium ammo on them because if we do, they're going to come back as blister heads, and we want to avoid. You see, when he's at that light, when you walk behind like that, always freeze run past them. As you can see, this guy's turning into a Crimson Head. That is coming back up. That is going and as you can see, he's outside. The zombies are all over the place there. It's completely, at this point, it'd be a nightmare to go through there, so that's why, again, we're going to save, and then we're going to restart immediately after we save, so we can reset their positions. But before we do that, we're just going to get Emily first, just to save a couple of seconds in case after you save, if you mess up and you have to restart, you don't have to go through this whole thing again.
What do you want me to read?
So once you do that, I forgot to sit her down on the couch, but
with,
you can do that right after you save as well.
Can you read them? And
So once we do that, remember, as soon as you save, after that, restart to your last checkpoint,
Star.
which should be when you save right there, and then it should reset the zombies. And that's how we make this run as consistent as possible, so it's, consistent for every person that watches this. As you can see, she's back in there, she's in the middle.
Sit.
Consistent as possible, so it's to
I'll
your
be
last
right back.
checkpoint, which should be when you save right there, and then it should reset the zombies. And that's how we make this run as consistent as possible, so that's why, again, we're going to save, and then we're going to restart immediately after we save, so we can reset their positions. But before we do that, we're just going to get Emily first, just to save a couple of seconds in case after you save, if you mess up and you have to restart, you don't have to go through this whole thing again. So once you do that, I forgot to sit her down on the couch, but you can do that right after you save as well. So once we do that, remember, as soon as you save, after that, restart to your last checkpoint, which should be when you saved right there. and then it should reset the zombies. And that's how we make this run as consistent as possible, so it's, consistent for every person that watches this. As you can see, she's back in there, she's in the middle. The other guy's doing his thing over there, he doesn't like noise. He's making as much noise as he can. And here we're going to end up getting the second course. So again, trying to do the most optimized route. As you can see, do you see how these guys are here? That's why when originally we first ran through here, we didn't save. Stuff like that, and it's a lot easier to do it the way we did it. We're gonna get that scrap. I mean, at this point, we've picked up pretty much, I think, every scrap we can get so far. This is where we need to make sure we crouch here. When you crouch here, you don't get stunned by the scream. As soon as she screams, you can stand back up. If we can get so far. This is where we need to make sure we crouch here. When you crouch here, you don't get stunned by the scream. As soon as she screams, you can stand back up, run past them, try to stun her, give her a push, pick up the corrosive. And again, this part might be a little RNG, but
The fuck?
you see here might be a little bit different. A worst case scenario, if you just get attacked and bombed and all that, you can just reset, try it again, and we just breeze right through this. And at this point, now we can save. Because now it doesn't matter so much if they spawn outside. Because having them spawn outside when big boys out there, that's when it becomes this whole mess. Also, funny enough, when you route it this way, it skips the cutscene completely. That's why, because we've already opened up the second door for the key card. I'm gonna put in the code here, which is star, sun, moon, sun. I end up picking up the notebook here. You don't have second door for the key card. I'm gonna put in the code here, which is star, sun, moon, sun. I end up picking up the notebook here. You don't have to do that. It's just a waste of a spot at this point. I was like, oh no. So again, by not picking it up, you save another 5-10 seconds. I'm like, oh my god, I have to read through this section. And then we have to put it away. So yeah, don't pick it up if you don't have to. Well, with that little section done, we can save. And here's where you're going to see, like again, I mean, you press restart, it resets your positions. Bonk. Yeah, whenever big boys to the left of over there. They're there, that's why it makes it a mess. So that's why we end up skipping that save way earlier in the run. This room's going to get a little bit crazy. We want to specifically run to the right of that big guy, so he does the lunge like that. But again, if he feels more comfortable stunning him, you can also do that. Gonna put in the second quartz here so we can get an extra spot. And yeah, we want all the slots available, and we have like 3 knives again. You're gonna have a lot of spots for your charms if that's what you're using, or an extra weapon if you're using it with the points that you've gotten. So it'll give a lot of room to work with. So we're doing it with the bare minimum just to show that you can work with scraps and still get it done. And right here, don't worry, we're gonna save again. We're just gonna pick up Emily first, because again, if you run through the other rooms and you get bit or you go down, you come back to this checkpoint. All you have to do that. And remember, as soon as we save, immediately press start, and then we restart. See, like that. I made sure to do that just so I can remind myself to keep saying it so everyone knows that whenever you restart, it resets the zombie's location. Even if your run is going completely smooth so far, you want to make sure you remind myself to keep saying it so everyone knows that whenever you restart, it resets the zombie's location. Even if your run is going completely smooth so far, you want to see like that. I made sure to do that just so I can remind myself to keep saying it so everyone knows that whenever you restart, it resets the zombie's location. Even if your run is going completely smooth so far, you want to make sure you always reset their positions. That's mainly only going to happen through this part in Grace's section, because when you're playing as Leon, you can just blow past everybody. Here, we're running past everybody, and that's why we also want to restart so that Crimson Head is in the corner and not rock past. So this is where we're going to have to take a hit. As you can see, this guy, I would say it's about 50-50. If he allows you to run past him, you can go for it. I think I ended up showing my inventory here at some point. No, I showed it after this. Yeah, see, as you can see, we're still fine. If you're following up until this point, you'll still be fine. Here, I would say it's about a 25% chance you can run past him and nothing happens. So pretty much, I'm going to assume, worst case scenario, you get bit twice, but you'll still be in caution at this point. And if you want to take the steroid, feel free to do that. I do end up picking up the handgun ammo there, so make sure you get that. I'm going to come out here. This is one of the force fight sections you have to do. I mainly shoot there just to make them come out because they're kind of slow since we're playing on casual. Gonna take out this enemy. And as you can see, like, it has like auto aim whenever you play on casual. It's a little jarring, but I want to make sure that I'm using the same settings that the majority of people are going to use. If you don't like it, feel free to turn it off as well. Take down that enemy. Pick up that scrap. I mean, again, we're going to have so many knives in case you get grabbed. After you take down this guy, a Crimson Head will spawn from one of the enemies, and that's what we're going to be using the Magnum for. Make sure you get the ammo. In this case, I'm pretty sure it was this guy. Yes, it was this guy. Gotta let him turn. And see, I mean, obviously we take him down with one Magnum shot, but we don't want those running around, so that's why we try to avoid taking down enemies as much as we can. Way better to just run past them, because when those Crimson Heads do their triple swing thing, yeah, it starts to become a problem there. But the way we've been routing should be pretty easy so far. Hopefully your run is going good, if even not better than mine. And even if it's going worst case scenario, as you can see, we even let ourselves get bit. Still doing fine. I'm pretty sure we're in caution right now. So feel free to take the steroid if you want to. You only get that one. As far as I'm aware, I don't know if there's another hidden steroid, but I'm pretty sure there's only one. So now. And even if it's going worst case scenario, as you can see, we even let ourselves get bit. Still doing fine. I'm pretty sure we're in caution right now. So feel free to take the steroid if you want to. You only get that one, as far as I'm aware.
Grace? I didn't...
I thought that thing was dead.
I'm still streaming, my bad, y'all. Shit, I almost forgot I was. Okay, I'm still trying to get this game.
I don't know if there's another hidden steroid, but I'm pretty sure there's only one. So now we got the Leon section. Again, this is where we use the shotgun from this because they got all the majority of you are going to be on your second, third, fourth, fifth, like whatever it is. If you're on your first fight through, again, this is where we use the shotgun from this because I'm assuming the majority of you are going to be on your second, third, fourth, fifth fight through, whatever it is. If you're on your first fight through and you just want to do this immediately, you're just downloading the game, you're like, you know what, I want to get these done right out the way, no problem. When you fight the big guys here, there's going to be a shotgun right behind him. And you can use that. Check this on casual, which I recommend, even if it's your first time.
I don't know.
If you want to unlock all these
I
challenges,
intend to find out.
pick up this shotgun. And he's still going to be really easy to take down. I mean, I'm going to show you right here. Pick up the ammo, wake him up. I mean, as you can see, he goes down to 1 star right there. I mean, if you have the normal shotgun on the first fight, they may take like 2 or 3 maybe at most. But again, it's fine.
What's that talking about? You pick up shotgun bullets?
Gonna get as many free shots as you can into them.
It's supposed to be.
Goes down again. Give him a bomb. Fine.
What are these fucking shells at, dude? Oh my god.
If you have the normal, pick up the ammo, pick up the shotgun. It's on casual, which pick up the shotgun. And he's still going to be really easy to take down. I mean, I'm going to show you right here. Pick up the shotgun. It's on casual, which I recommend.
Felt that one, huh? Nice. Sorry, but I'm not on the menu.
if it's your first time, if you want to unlock all these challenges, pick up the shotgun, and he's still going to be really easy to take down. I mean, I'm going to show you right here. Pick up the ammo, wake him up. I mean, as you can see, he goes down to one shot right there. I mean, if you have the normal shotgun on your first fight, they may take like 2 or 3 maybe at most. But again, it's fine. He's a hungry boy, but obviously we're not going to let him eat us. We're going to wait for him. Going to get as many free shots as we can into him. Goes down again. Kill him one. Fine. I think this is where he starts kind of like swimming. He starts swimming here. I'm going to unload a full clip into him. It's pistol. It's not upgraded or anything. Just spam that into him. Switch to the shotgun. Shoot him a couple times. And he's down. So, pretty easy section. I would say one of the harder sections is this upcoming part, but don't worry. I'm going to show you how to get it done easily, no problem. Because there's going to be a bunch of crimson heads. That's what I'm saying. We're not on the menu. Took them down, no problem. I am alive. Save. Then if you press start and you have an auto save, it would count towards your time in the Resident Evil 4 remake. At least it did at the beginning. But Resident Evil 9, pretend if you press start and you have an autosave before that fight, it's completely fine to go back to that autosave, and you can even check your time. So make sure you do that.
He's not even covering the bases. Not gonna be like this.
Do not worry. If you accidentally heal, that doesn't mean your run is over. You're 2 hours in, you're like, oh my god, did I ruin everything? No. Just press restart to your last checkpoint, go to your, and then go down to the menu. Never touch the stuff right. It's never touch the stuff again. It goes back down the field. So don't worry about it. Accidents happen. I'm going to take this guy down. This next area is probably one of the hardest parts.
Sorry to cut your ass short.
Leon is completely busted with his axe that he has in this game. It's good. His axe on an it's pretty much already one shot. I'm pretty sure it's like any kind of sanity. So to be able to get that consistently, we're going to be using the shock a lot. Right here's a bad example of it. You can see on the third shot, we found a great way to get him stuck. Sometimes it means just take it, but you're going to see the way we position ourselves.
What a fucking shame. Thing after another. Every single time. Well, that's my cardio for the week.
Why is this under the hospital?